Hello everybody, welcome to the first episode of Pointless Endeavors. Today's Pointless Endeavor, finding out if Bitcoin is just one giant pyramid scheme. The arguments for it, the arguments against it, and my own opinions on this somewhat controversial subject. First off, so that we're all on the same page, I'm going to consult the English Webster's Dictionary. The definition: a pyramid scheme is a form of investment where each participating member recruits two or more individuals, with returns being paid off to early investors with money contributed by later investors. Sound familiar? It's not a Ponzi scheme because participants are rewarded in a percentage of funds accumulated, so it's more similar to a pyramid. So right off the bat, we can rule it out as a traditional pyramid scheme because those who enter aren't under any obligations or even encouraged to recruit other people. It's actually more similar to buying an unbacked stock or shares in a company which doesn't even exist, but there are similarities. Let's start off with the arguments why it is like a pyramid scheme. So let's not forget when Bitcoin first burst onto the scene, you could buy one for literally pennies. I'm going to pick them up in a second. Or you could mine them even on a laptop and get hundreds, if not thousands, of Bitcoins within a matter of days. So suffice it to say, those who got in early this year are not on the same footing as those who got in at Bitcoin's inception or even in the years that followed. Some would describe this as unfair and that you are very much at the bottom of this pyramid. Unless you got in earlier. Here's another argument. Have you ever said something pro-Bitcoin, pro-cryptocurrency to a friend? Family members? Ever made a pro-cryptocurrency post on a forum? Ever made a video on YouTube while you held some of that crypto? Then you are a shameless shill. Interestingly, many of us don't consider it as shilling if we talk positively about Bitcoin. And not without reason. The market cap is absolutely huge. It's estimated to take up to $100 million just to move Bitcoin 5%. So you telling your mates about Bitcoin isn't going to do anything, at least in isolation. But at some point, right, it would have done. At some point, Bitcoin's market cap was 1,000. It was 10,000, 100,000. So those back then were spreading, promoting, and it grew from there. Just like a pyramid. All right, let's switch it up here. Visually, things have changed now because we are going to look at the arguments against it being a pyramid scheme. I don't know why Tokyo represents that, but we'll go with it. While there is a lot I could cover in this portion, for brevity's sake, I'm just going to attempt to get at the heart of the issue as quickly as possible. Here goes. Investment into cryptocurrency, idealistically, is not for more money in the end. Rather, it is a vote against the current system. A middle finger to the bankers who are too big to fail. A collective push to put the power of transacting away from centralized institutions and their policies and their national borders and put it in our own hands. After all, Bitcoin could be the new global reserve. You could make your shopping in Bitcoin rather than with money you gained from Bitcoin. The increasing buying power of a Bitcoin for those who got in early is merely a symptom of being an early adopter and not the ultimate goal. And there you have it. Did I miss anything? Let me know. I'm pretty sure there was a lot more I could have said, for sure. But I think I've gotten to the heart of the issue in both regards. Now for my own opinions. The bankers responsible for the Great Recession we saw in the late 2000s, early 2010s, got no more than a slap on the wrist for their actions. Remember, this negatively affected almost everyone in the world. And yet, no one went to jail. So what more does it take for people to care? Now, with this very much in mind, my opinion is that I don't think there is almost anything else that Bitcoin or cryptocurrency could have done to grab the attention, grab the minds, grabs the hearts of the people en masse than by its rising price activity, than by rewarding people for getting involved. No other way, sadly. Now, for sure, there's going to be people who are going to use Bitcoin, even if there isn't a chance of them getting any more money back than they put in, or even if they're going to lose a bit of money using Bitcoin. For sure, there are going to be people who are going to see the value of it, going to use it. But sadly, to get the whole world behind it, it's just not going to fly. I don't think it's going to work. Not if people are going to lose money with it. So finally, to wrap up my own thoughts regarding this, if Bitcoin is only ever going to be used as a store of value, you're never going to transact with it, no one accepts it, you can't use it in stores, it is not a viable alternative to using a bank for many things, then it shares so many similarities with a pyramid scheme, it might as well be labeled as one. The largest we've ever seen, potentially will ever see. Congratulations to those who got in early, that was a smart move, but what a wasted opportunity. But if Bitcoin or cryptocurrency in general does what many believe it can do, including myself, when it's not so wildly fluctuating, when it has a massive market cap so we just don't see it change all that much, when you can transact with it day to day, when it's an easy and viable alternative to using a bank for many things, then I think we can all take a look back, see the wild price activity, the massive rewards to early adopters, the similarities with a pyramid scheme as just the necessary evolution of modern finance. Now, will it entirely replace fiat? No, I don't think so. I think fiat is still going to be useful for many things. Replacing fiat! But in an ideal world, cryptocurrency will have enough influence over central banks that it will rein in some of their more corrupt practices. Fingers crossed. But what do you think? Do you agree with me? Did I leave something out? Let me know your thoughts. The final answer is going to be a subjective one. This is all opinion, but hopefully you found this video interesting. Leave a like if you enjoyed and subscribe for more similar honest cryptocurrency videos. Peace.